You never take those out?
No. I get hyperacusis. I'm allergic to loud noises.
Hello? This is a look at Tuner. It stars Leo Woodall and Dustin Hoffman. It's in theaters today. It's about a piano tuner who learns he's got a knack for safe cracking. That throws his life into disarray. The movie, directed by Canadian filmmaker Daniel Roher, who actually won the Oscar for the documentary Navalny.
Give me a call. Harry Horowitz.
The outstanding balance is $36,000.
Where are you gonna get all the money?
I'll figure it out.
It is quite the shift, I would say, to go from a documentary about Alexei Navalny to this. But directors like to switch things up. Eli Glasner looking at this. What's this about, this movie?
So as you were saying, so we start with Niki. Niki has this really interesting condition where he's basically hypersensitive to loud sound. So you see him, this young man, you think he's wearing hearing aids. They're actually sound blockers. So the entire world is basically attacking him every day. He wears like big headphones and then these blockers. But that means he kind of has this amazing ability. He has very sensitive hearing, which means he's a great piano tuner. Beginning of the film, him and Harry Horowitz, played by Dustin Hoffman, having way too much fun, are bumping around the city, doing what they do, going from orchestras to hospitals to bridal path mansions, fixing people's pianos. And then in a cafe, they meet a girl. Now, Niki, little shy. Harry doesn't have that problem. Take a look.
Hello, Ruthie. I'm Harry Horowitz. You can call me Harry. Just don't call me late for dinner. Thrum-thump.
Steal that line from my grandmother?
No, I never stole anything in my life. This is Niki. He is my tuning apprentice. He's more like my nephew, though we're not related. And I'll tell you one thing. He is very eligible, but he has a hearing condition, as you can see from his plugs, which are not hearing aids, although that's a common mistake. He's not being rude. It's doctor's orders. And did I mention, he is very eligible.
Harry,
What?
please.
Harry is such a mensch. He gets that guy to walk her to class. I mean, these are grown people, right? But he's like, go walk her, carry her books. Like, Harry, we don't do that. But you know what? Somehow they kind of hit it off. He loves music. He has an amazing ear. She's this aspiring composer. Everything seems to be going well until he's on a job trying to tune a piano, and there's this rattling upstairs. He can't work. So he goes to investigate.
Maybe you can inspire.
Okay. You know how long you're gonna be? It's loud.
As long as it takes. Unless you can open the safe. Already? If you want to make real money, give me a call.
That is Leo Raz. He's a massive star in Israel, and he plays Yuri, this Israeli who has a security company with a really interesting side hustle. So Niki has this condition, but in a way, maybe it's a blessing. Maybe it's an ability. He can use those ears to open doors, to open safes. Suddenly, everything's going up and up until it all comes crashing down.
I got to talk to you about the director here.
Yeah.
So we don't see him, obviously. Daniel Roher, I met him once, or you've met him. But I met him in the context of Navalny, the documentary that he did. This is what you've just described is very different.
I mean, I was there at the Oscars when he won, backstage, and just to see the reaction on his face. The thing you need to know about Daniel Roher, before he was making documentaries, he was running around on the streets of Toronto trying to be the next Quentin Tarantino. Like, he has always wanted to make movies like this, and it was actually his first subject. Robbie Robertson, the musician, amazing musician who's passed, he had some advice for Roher, which when I spoke to him, take a look.
Robbie's like, you gotta find yourself a script.
He said that.
Get yourself a script you can sink your teeth in. In my mind, he sounds like Batman. That's how I remember Robbie, just gravelly voice. You gotta find yourself a script you can sink your teeth into. And that's the advice he gave me. I went out into the world. I didn't take his advice. I made another documentary, but that one worked out. And then I was like, okay, what the hell do I do now?
And then he's like, okay, I'm going to finally get that chance to write my script. And his wife brought him to a dinner party in LA, and that's where he met a guy named Peter White, who's a piano tuner. And when Peter started talking about music and chaos and harmony and disharmony, suddenly like, oh, I've got my movie. And that was kind of the synthesis for this film. Now, it's got this amazing cast, Leo Woodall, Havana Rose, Leo, but Dustin Hoffman. On the red carpet at TIFF, I managed to grab Dustin Hoffman, and what I asked him is, what made you trust this young director who had never made a fictional film? Take a look.
I read a script, and I had been a pianist all my life, and I had never understood the respect I should have shown to tuners, and he understood tuners. They are great pianists, and they never get any credit because they're not great enough.
Did you enjoy learning how to become a tuner?
I'm so sorry,
No,
Dustin, you have to go.
I enjoyed pretending.
Thank you guys very much.
Half the reason I showed you that clip is so you could get that smile, that impish smile that Dustin Hoffman has. And Roher was telling me when spirits were low on set for this movie Tuner, Dustin Hoffman would break out the Captain Cook voice.
The Captain Cook voice.
From the movie Hook, yeah.
Okay, you've seen the film. What do you think?
I love it. I love it. And that's why I came on to do this review. You know, when I'm watching a movie, I can usually tell in the opening moments, like, does this film have a plan? Does it have an aesthetic? Does the director have something to say? And this film has musicality. The editing, the way, the sound design, the way it brings you into Niki's world, where it's muffled and it's loud. And then this story of these two kind of broken people who find each other and they get caught up in this crime caper. And you look at this and you think, Daniel Roher, like, how does he have the right to do this? He's already done so well in the Oscars. But this is a guy who has a little sketchbook, and he's always been interpreting the world through his drawings and his words. This is the movie he has been building up to. I think it is wonderful. Let's take a look at my rating, which is equally wonderful. 4.5 stars out of 5. It's perfect. Could be your next favorite film, Tuner.
That is a big rating, 4.5. All right, Eli, thanks very much.
My pleasure.